Hello, welcome to United Kopitiam. So,
Hi, everyone.
today, yeah, hi everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. We are two crazy fella from Malaysia, and we're going to talk about Manchester United, of course. Now, today's topic is going to be Wan BIssaka. Um, we actually, at last and not last, after 3 weeks of negotiation, we have gotten our right back signing for 50 million. So, of course, the topic is why do we
Yes.
need Wan Bissaka at all? I mean, the answer is obvious. We have Ashley Young, but we are going to delve deep into his stats, to actually justify his purchase,
Mm-hmm.
to justify whether he is worth 50 million or not, or he should be cheaper. So I think, first of all, before we,
Yep.
we talk more, right, let's do us a great big favor. Do like, share, and subscribe to our little channel and help us to grow. Okay, let's talk about Wan Bissaka stats. All right. This is from BT Sports. He has the most clearances in EPL for fullbacks. 129 clearances. Most tackle won. 129 tackles won in the whole season. Highest tackle success rate. 94%. That's just crazy. Most take
Success rate.
on
Yep.
completed. So he
Yep.
he took
Mm-hmm.
on players, and 90 of them was a successful take ons, and 84 interception. So that's about 2-3 interception per game, 2-3 take ons per game. That anyway, so that's very good stats for fullback. And it's not only very
Mm-hmm.
good stats for fullback, because this is the best stats. Most clearances, most tackle, um, highest tackle success rate, most take on completed, most interception. So what does this stats tell us, that how will he fit in Manchester United lineup in next season? So yeah, where it's gonna fit in.
Okay. For me, first thing first, it is a statement signing for Manchester United. Actually, we need to get this done before the start of the season. Maybe it shows our priority, where our priority lies actually, because we are bolstering something that we lack last season. Totally lack of defense. Yeah, totally lack of defense. Especially when we are being hit in the flanks, and then most of our defense will crumble by the sight of maybe other attackers going in pace or
Mhm.
taking on our right or left backs, because we do have that kind of system of attacking fullbacks, right? So
Mhm.
for in terms of Wan Bissaka, for me, I think it is a transition. It is a transition from an attacking winger. That means an attack-minded player as a winger to becoming a fullback. I think he understands the way attackers do play. So I think that's the advantage of him being a defender. Uh, the transition, it's a kind of natural transition for an attacker to become a fullback, knowing how attackers call that behave
Attacks.
in terms of taking on defenders. Yes, in terms of taking on defenders, in terms of crossing the ball when exactly they try to manipulate their movement and so on. So for me, he will fit right in, because we do have the system where uh, defense flourish in terms of knowing when and how to play the attackers. Why when he played last season, he managed to get the clearance. I think the most clearance because his position in terms of being in the defense and also knowing where the attack lies. So it is a statement signing. Number one. Number two, for me, it is the transition from being an attacker to defender that gives him the advantage. And number three, definitely he will fit right into our system. But there's a but there. Only must know how to make the best out of his defense. Number one, it is not giving him too many things to do. If you look at his game in Crystal Palace Colours, he has the most clearance because he has certain job to do. That's it. Not exactly trying to defend. Not exactly trying to attack most of the time, but his defense actually turns into attack by channeling the ball into the attackers. So yeah, we need his pace in terms of matching the attackers, because in the Premiership, most of the pacey players are in the wings and also in the forward position. So we need this kind of fullback. So yeah, that's for me what I think about Aaron Wan
Mm.
Bissaka.
To actually say that he is not a very good attacker is actually a bit misleading, because there are a lot of examples out there, a lot of YouTube clips out there that saying that he can attack because he likes to play the 1-2, and he can play the very quick simple passes, linking up with the defender, of course, attacker, which that means Zaha. So the thing is, our defense last season was horrible. So definitely we need a very very defensive minded right back to come in. Hence in Wan Bissaka, and the best thing about him is he's only 21 years old. There's a lot of learning curve, a lot of learning potential in him that we
Mm.
can see. So that's why this is a no-brainer signing, because there's not even any argument that we can have against him, because look at that, the most clearance in the EPL, the
Yep.
most tackles won, the highest tackle success
Yeah,
rate in
like
the
I
whole
said,
EPL
it is
last
a
season.
statement signing. Yeah,
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 so
yeah,
that's why I
yeah.
mean,
Agree.
it cannot be compared to any other right back in the league. I mean, if you say he's not better than Kyle Walker, show me the proof. Defensively, he's definitely has beaten Kyle Walker, but and even Alexander Arnold, Trent Arnold is also, if you compare, definitely
About
defensively,
this.
he's definitely better. But the thing is, of course, this is Crystal Palace. They play defensive. Hence, there's a lot of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
tackle won, clearances won, interception won. But that also means
Mm,
whatever thrown his
mm.
way, he's able to handle it in a lower team. You
Against.
know, and success rate, tackle success rate,
Mm.
no
Yep,
matter
yep.
you have 10, you have 20 tackles, it means that how many success, the more you have, the higher chances that it's going to be lower, your success rate, which means he's up to the task in the tackling department at least, which means that in a
Yep, yep.
3-5-2, there's possibility that he can play defensively on the right side of three-man defense. He might not have the heading
Mm.
clearance at the moment. That's one thing that's lacking about him. But Kyle Walker has shown that a good defensive right back can play in a defensive in a 3-5-2 defensive three-man. And with his defensive ability, it's a no-brainer. He can do it. So
Mhm,
now my question is, yeah, the rumor is, the reported news
mhm,
is, what happens to the lot? What happens to the lot now? I mean, we need him definitely.
mhm. Okay.
What happens to the lot now? I mean, he's being said that he might be loaned out, he might be sold out. One of the reports saying, I don't believe the report, because in his Instagram today, he actually showed that he wants to come back and fight for a better season, and he has indeed started training at the moment. This is the first day coming back from training, so definitely I can see that Delort is very much part of the plan. So, but what do you think? What do you think about Delort's involvement next season?
Okay. Given the expectation of getting Aaron Wan Bissaka, the second signing of the season, for me, I disagree with the, like you said. I do agree with you. I disagree with this with the report stating that Diego Dalot
I
has
don't believe it at
been,
all. Paper
yeah,
talk.
yeah, yeah, has been freezed out. That means it's not part of the plan. The way that he plays last season, he's that kind of a utility player that Man United always have.
Mm,
Last, because every season we do have that kind of utility player, and then we can see in the form of Antonio Valencia and also Ashley Young. But we have had enough of Ashley Young last season. So yeah, the so the transition being made for Diego Dalot, I think he also has the same history as Wan Bissaka. He started off as a winger, and but he's being utilized more on the right side, as in attacking fullbacks. So I can see he's very much in the plan, but uh, having that kind of attitude, trying to fight for a place, is a positive note. Not just for the team but also for us, the fan, knowing that we do have two most promising talent at fullbacks to really show their heart out in terms of getting the best every time when they enter the field. So for me, it's a good competition between the two. They can show maybe at the same time they can learn together because defensive wise, Aaron Bisaka is it's more competent, but in terms of attacking wise, Diego Dalot has the edge. So very much I can see Diego Dalot is in the plan, but both must continue to fight and must continue to really face the competition so that we and at the same time we as the fans should take it as a positive note for the club in the future, the next two or three, not
Yeah,
just 2 or 3 seasons but
yeah.
3 to 4 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
what I think is, it's actually not quite ridiculous. Anyway,
Mm.
yeah, can you continue talking about there's a call for me? I'll be back in like
Oh,
1 minute.
okay. Okay. So for me, like I said, in terms of Diego Dalot and also Aaron Wan Bissaka, they complement each other. Yes, we need the defense of Aaron Wan Bissaka, but at the same time, throughout the game, it's a 90-minute game. It's a 90-minute game, and definitely tactically you need some changes. And Diego Dalot offers a certain kind of dynamic in terms of getting the added advantage when attacking. So his crosses, you can see when he played, one of the best game that he played was against PSG. He sparked he's actually the point of spark for the two goals. So having both of them in their twenties, in their early twenties, and trying to fight for the same position, it's good for a team. It's good. Definitely, we should push for the club to retain these two for the next 2 or 3 seasons. Make sure they are always in the plan going forward. And
You froze up.
probably last, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what I want to say is, yeah, the lot,
Okay. Yep.
the lot, as I mean, as ridiculous as it sounds, or as but Ole Gunnar has already proven it last, not proven it, but has already show that he wants to use the lot on the attacking side. Probably he's already planned it out since the mid,
Correct.
since the tail end of last season, and he has been used on the right wing.
Yep.
So, and we have not been hearing a lot of news at all about the right wing. So there's a very, very big possibility
Yep.
to that he will start at right wing. But even if he doesn't, I think
Yep.
is this is he's going to be the Phil Neville to the Gary Neville that we have. So he is a utility player. He can play the left, on the right, and on the wing, and that's why we'll probably see a lot of Delort next season. And he is 2 years younger.
And yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So he's 2 years younger. So there's still a lot of development curve. I mean, I don't even mind if he's being loaned out at all.
a lot of development. Though I think
Mm.
the first thing, yeah, the first thing that we need to do as fans, I think, is to show our support and love for the Lord, to continue having a positive attitude, so that he will be part of the team for many years to come. So yeah, that's the first thing that we need to do, so that
Yeah. So
the
definitely.
management knows that yes, we value young talents. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the lot and Wan BIssaka is definitely for the future, and I'm very, very excited. So, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. Definitely
Mm.
Wan BIssaka is gonna start on the right back. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen to the lot. I don't mind if he become the Phil Neville to Gary Neville. I don't mind if he starts on right wing. I mean, of course, we want a specialist right wing, but he has shown us that he has the cross last season. He can take on
Mm,
players, and if both of them can play a very good one too,
mm,
which Wan BIssaka likes to play 1-2, even with Zaha. So if they can strike a partnership, it'll be very, very interesting to see. But we do not know whether that can happen or not.
mm.
It's only gonna to train them in, and today is the first day of training, so we will see in the preseason next week. Preseason, what's gonna happen? Anyway, there's a news. I mean,
Success.
based on the
Yeah.
stats from
Okay.
WhoScored.com, stats, just from the tackle per
Mm.
game, right? Like you can see Idrissa Gueye, 4.3
Idrissa
tackles.
Gueye. Yeah.
Yeah, Gueye,
Gueye.
4.3 tackles per game.
Mm.
He has the most, and then comes to Wilfred and Didi. Both of these player plays on the center midfield defensive, and the next one is Aaron Wan BIssaka at 3.7 tackles per game. A lot of people also said that Ricardo Pereira in the Leicester team also did very, very well on the right back, so he has
Mm.
3.4 tackles. And also let's look at the interception 2.4. If you look at everyone that he has the most interception per game at 2.4 interception per game. Ricardo Pereira has 1.7.
Mm.
Idrissa and also Ndidi has 2.2.
The closest one, is it?
Yeah, and again because he has the
Mm.
most tackle winning percentage, he's only has 0.7 fouls per game, which is less than one fouls per game. So
Yep.
that's very very good. Clearance
Less
3.7,
than one
way
fouls per
ahead
game.
of
Yeah. So that
everybody.
means
3.
every time he tackles clean. Yeah.
Mm, he
Mm-hmm.
tackles cleanly, so very very exciting for him, right? Dribble, of course, the lowest,
Mm.
0.3. You know, Idrissa has 1.2, and Didi has 1.3, Pereira's 1.7. He can't dribble to save his life, but he plays the 1-2 pass a lot. Even blocks, per game 0.5, way ahead of everybody that's on the first page based on tackling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, if you can see his
So
defensive,
it's for me
mm, for you,
because it's a no. For me because
you get frozen, mate.
he dribbles because when he play, yeah,
He play
he
passes.
gets less dribble because he plays passes, number one, and number two, his instruction is clear. It's a no nonsense kind of thing.
Mm,
That's why
mm. And that's why he has the
he
most
needs,
clearance.
and also he has the most tackles. So yeah, it's
Mm.
either you clear the ball, it's either you clear the ball, or you tackle the ball. That's it. Yeah,
So I was just
and
wondering
then
about
put
his
your tackles.
heading. If his heading is
Get
good,
the job
he
done.
can
That's it.
be a
So,
CB, right? If his heading is good, I don't know. I don't know. We definitely need
but it's not
a
that tall.
experienced CB. Yeah, it's not at all. So I think the most important
Mm-hmm.
stats here is him versus our favorite player Ashley Young. In the Premier League last season. So
Mm-hmm.
tackle success. I don't know actually know what it means as success tackle in the whole
Mm-hmm.
season. 70 against Ashley Young 62. So Ashley Young is not a bad tackler, but he just doesn't defend a lot. Interception 55. Ashley Young
That's the
against Wan
difference. Yeah,
BIssaka
yeah, yeah.
84. Duels won. This is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Duels means take on, means people going one on one to you.
Yeah.
Wan BIssaka has won 249
Yes.
duels, and Ashley Young won less than half of that. 121 duel won. That means he lost more than Wan BIssaka
Mm-hmm.
won. Um, so that show you, people take him one on one. Only 6 players have gone through him, gone past him in the whole of last season. He has
Mm-hmm.
249 of that dual one on one, and he
Mm-hmm.
won. He won 249 of them, which is a lot. Which is more than times two of
A
what
lot.
Ashley
Yeah.
Young has.
Mm-hmm.
Aerial battles won. You say he's not a good
Mm-hmm.
header. He won 43 as against 223. So even though it's not that tall, he can hit the ball. Uh, Successful 50-50 61 against 17. So I do not know what's the difference between
Mm-hmm.
dual one and a successful 50. Maybe 50-50 is a 50-50 tackle, right? So he won
50
61. Yeah,
50, that means that, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's a loose ball kind of thing. Yeah,
Uh,
if you take on different loose ball, that means
he has very
normally attacks they'll attackers they will receive through balls and also crosses, right? So whenever
mm,
the ball gets through you, so it's a 50-50 challenge between you and attacker. So that means he has a high success of hitting that 50-50, which is that explain his pace and also speed going back. Yeah.
yeah. Also because his leg is very very long. That's why he has a nickname called Spider. Uh, So yeah, we definitely have this spider. He has 6 legs with him, and definitely that's why he has 94% tackle one. Very very exciting season next
Mm.
season. Whew. Okay, so I can't wait for him
Yeah.
to debut. Like yeah, I think we have talked enough about his stats. Where everyone knows that his defensive is solid. That's why 50 million is
Mm.
no brainer. 45 actually, even not even 50, it's
No brain.
45 plus 5. So in this market, he
It's
is a
plus
steep. I mean,
plus
if you
add-ons. Yeah.
okay, fine. This moment, maybe you can praise Ed Woodward for actually getting this deal done slightly cheaper. I mean, I don't mind paying 50, 55 for Aaron Wanssaka. That's and Ed Woodward get it for 45. I mean, yeah, I want to talk about his slowness in the transfer market because, I mean, yes, Wan BIssaka very very good deal, but then what happens next? We still need about 4 or 5 players. I mean, if another
Mm.
3 players come in, we can say that we have a decent transfer summer,
Decent squad.
decent
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
decent in the sense of who we need. We definitely need a lot, 7, 8 players, but 5 you can get us 5 and plus Daniel James. That
Mm.
will be a very, very decent transfer summer. So I think can we close the chapter on Wan BIssaka here? Is there anything else you want to talk about Wan BIssaka going forward?
I think that's it. Yeah, we've talked
Yeah,
plenty about
yeah.
him,
I think
so
I
I'm
think
just
it's a
excited to
no-brainer.
see him
There's
play.
no point talking
Yeah.
more because full stop. He is definitely worth it because defensively he is the best last season. There's no other player come close, and he has
Mm-hmm.
already EPL proven. So let's move on to Bruno Fernandes. The news is we have bid 35 million euro. I mean, I laughed at Liverpool and
39, I think.
Tottenham's Hotspur bidding 40 million. I mean, the thing is, it could be paper talk. Whether we believe it, we don't believe it. I do not know whether we can believe
Mm-hmm.
this story. But at the end of the day, it said that 35 million euro has been put in. Ridiculous. But
Mm-hmm.
what I can say is, I think one of these news also because of the fact that he has a clause in his deal that if anyone bid 35 million euro for him, then he get 5 million euros. So what we just did, if it's true, is just give 5 million euro to Bruno Fernandes. That's in his clause. Anyone beat 35 millions, he get 5 million. But I see him moving. This
Above
he's
than
not gonna
35.
stay in Sporting Lisbon. That's for sure. But we have one
Yeah.
week to get this one done, and I can see it being done. Either this or Sean Longstaff. I can see this being done, but if Edward was playing hardball again like Aaron Wan BIssaka, I say it's gonna take a long time for Bruno Fernandes unless they really trash it out in 5 hours talk or 6 hour talk, 10 hours talk, trash it out to a 1 or 2 days, get that deal
Mm-hmm.
done. 55 million. I do not know what's gonna be done. Let's hope that he gets really really good deal. Anything to add about Bruno Fernandes? Any news about him?
Okay. Okay. The report stated that Man City, Spurs, and also
Dropped out.
Liverpool, yeah, has dropped out of their bid. So it's either Man United or some other team. I don't know which other team are showing interest other than the EPL clubs. But currently we are actually ahead of the pack. So the main message is
Yeah.
just get the job done, make it quick before
Mm.
the start of the preseason,
Yeah, we just have to
so that
push
he
Ed
can
Woodward.
join and then be part of the team. Yeah,
Yeah. Talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
Edward Work, there is a leaked email. Leaked email. I mean, I think it's purposely leaked because of the protests that's going on. That
Leaked email. Okay.
I mean, who sends out such cringy email?
Mm.
Also sends out that don't worry, we are on the way. We're gonna get exciting players in. We are working towards that deal, those deals, and even in this inflated market, we are going to get the job done. So I mean, it's very cringy email. I don't think
Mhm.
that would work. I think it's purposely leaked out. Um, protest. By the way, the protest 50 people came, so it's not a very big protest. It's a failure. It's a failure. So, but we have to make a lot more noise online to keep them on the toes because they are on toe right now. And the latest,
Yeah,
in the stock market, right, we are only worth 3.15 billion as opposed to 4.10 billion last season. So we actually dropped 1 billion
okay.
in value. Great job.
Drop
Great
this.
job. Keep it
That's a lot of
dropping to
money.
two. Yeah, keep it dropping to 2 billion. I don't mind. Let them learn a bit of lesson. That's in dollar.
So that other people can buy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. So the other people can die, so that we can all pool our money together. Okay, so
Yeah.
Sean Longstaff, that's a lot of news. Sean Longstaff, there's a lot of smokes coming out. So definitely, I think this is our next deal. Whether it's Bruno Fernandes, Sean Longstaff, hopefully both of them come in together. There's just too much smoke on him, and I think it's gonna happen. Apparently 15 millions we have bid again. Newcastle wanted 25, and we bid 15. Okay, we would like to insult people with a low bid, right? So, do you agree? Do you agree that
Also,
we
yeah,
should
yeah.
throw in 15 million so such a bid at the beginning? Do you agree?
50 million, lower, like 10
Yeah,
million
yeah,
pounds lower
yeah,
than
yeah, yeah.
for me. Yeah, yeah.
How much do you think he's
It
worth?
shows that okay, if around that figure, like 20.
Yeah, yeah. We don't know him. He only played 9 games. So what? But a Newcastle fan
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
has
The thing is,
yeah. Mm. Go go go. Go.
the thing is about Newcastle currently because they have cut out Rafa Benitez. I don't know why. One of the most successful managers for
Maybe he
them,
wants to
but
go.
Mike actually doesn't want to continue with Rafa Benitez, and and then he selling the club for a different owner. To a different owner.
Mm.
So this it is the club is in a transitional period. A transitional period. So that's why I think Edward would sense that it's the right
Can come
time
on.
to get some their fringe players at a cheap. So for me, I know I don't mind if he can get him lower than 20-25 million. The
Yeah,
price of
20.
a
Yeah,
player that
the
we
news is
we are
probably got
paying
him
just for
20.
the potential.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
We are
hopefully
paying for
again,
just for the
yeah, yeah. Hopefully again, this
potential.
is
So
not a not
mm,
not. It's not gonna take on forever and drag on forever just because it's Sean Longstaff. You know, it'll take long for it. Just throw in money. We don't even know Sean Longstaff because it's 9 games, but based on Newcastle player, Newcastle fans himself, have praised him over the moon, and definitely he can make it on the. I mean, he has passes. When you say Scott McTominay does not have long passes. This boy does, but for 9 games, we cannot really judge him. Again, defensively, he's very solid in the 9 games that he has been in. One of the better players, one of the highest interception and also tackling percentage. So yeah, he may be able to do a
mm,
job, in the middle of the field. So let's see what happens. I mean, the news also Idrissa
yeah,
Gueye, who is now in AFCON, Africa, in African Games. So he's the same age as Herrera. So even if coming because like just now
African
you
Cup
see the
of Nations.
stats, right? Idrissa Gueye is one of the best tackler right above Ndidi, who is actually much younger. These are the players that I really
Mm,
really
mm,
want
mm,
to be guarding our defensive midfield. But I mean, if we are really
the back
determined
line.
to get
Yeah.
Sean stuff, so what can I say to Edward? Well, we do not know whether it's a success because, but based on what we see against him against Wolf against Man City, he has the talent. We do not know whether he has the consistency. So the only thing we can do is just just wait and see. Yep. Anything else to add?
Wait and see.
Yeah,
Yep.
wait and see. There's nothing else we can do. So Sean Longstaff, Bruno
About long stuff.
Fernandez.
No
Yeah, I think these two are quite key in to become our next
mm,
season
player.
player.
Mm,
And yeah, this two is going to come in. Just do not know when. We still have 1 month to go in the transfer window. And the next one is
yeah.
based on report that we have already agreed deal for Wissam Ben Yedder from Sevilla. Very small
With some
guy,
Ben Yedder.
5 feet
Yeah.
7. That's about 160
Five something. Yeah.
centimeters. So sounds like Michael Owen to me. He has the
170.
pass. He has a very good first touch. He's quick. He's the nimble player in and around the box, and he has scored 30 goals in 50 games. So that's more than half of. I always look at how many goals they score as per game they played. So that's more. As long as it's more than half. So
Mm,
they are in a good category, right? So, but
mm,
to me, a good striker should score more than 30 goals per season, not 20, but more than 30. Everybody talking about the 20
per
goal
season.
strikers. Me is always 30. So
Mm,
when destroy consistently score more than 30. Robin Van Persie consistently score more than 30. So, but the thing is with some Ben Yender, I don't see him coming to start ahead of Rashford because we're going to talk about Rashford later. But he'll be a very, very good substitute like Michael Owen was to us. Coming in, when the defenders are tired, then you have some nimble player running in around you.
mm.
That's very scary. Some more, he can score. He knows where the goal is. The only problem for me is he is 28 years old, and there are a lot of younger players that are more and more exciting than he is. What do you think about Ben Yender?
Okay. Okay. With some Ben Yedder. Okay. The thing is, he plays like Antoine Griezmann, and Antoine Griezmann's price. Yeah. He has this because both of them are French. Okay. And then both of them are outright strikers only for Griezmann
No, Griezmann is
to
not.
play slightly on the right. Sometimes,
Mm,
yeah, slightly on the left, slightly on the right, but
yeah, true.
sometimes as a centre forward. But Wissam Ben Yedder is the outright striker. Uh, uh, in terms of his movement, I think he gets the goal because he has smart moves. So in and around the box. His goals are based on his movement, that the supply that he gets from the midfield. If you look at the way Sevilla is playing, um, a lot of supplies being through balls and also, but not so much from crosses. Not so much from crosses. A lot of through balls and 1-2s and so on. At 28, he plays plays I think 3 times for the French team and scored I think 2 or 3 goals. I don't know, only 2 goals, but he played at futsal level. Okay, he played futsal level for the
Mm-hmm.
French team. At 28, team like Wissam Ben Yedder coming from a mid tier. For me, I consider Sevilla as a mid tier club in La Liga.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should get him at a slightly lower price compared to other
Yeah,
28
lower
year
than
olds.
40
Okay,
million,
give him
35 million pound, in and about there. Yeah.
the wage. Yeah, also the wage also will not be a huge burden for the club.
No, it's
So
not. It's
for
small
me,
change.
if we can get him, yeah, for me, if you can get him on the cheap, the way that contribution to the team that he plays, he will be a decent signing for me.
Mm-hmm.
An added option, whether he's coming off the bench or whether he will fit, because Ole, you can sense Ole likes to play that. There's two formation that Ole likes to play. It's 3-5. It's 3-5-2. That means there'll be like three at the back and then two wing backs with three midfielders and a striker. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing, and then the other one will be 4-3-3, but 3-3, but the three will be a transition between the two. So yeah, if he wants to change up the formation, I think Wissam Ben Yedder will fit right in
Yeah,
the way that he
the thing
moves,
with the
and then
four three
I think
three that
Ole is a big fan of it. Yeah,
yeah, the thing with the 4-3-3 is sometimes
yeah,
the point of attack, you know, the middle in the 4-3-3 of the attacking tree, it's sometimes it's a false nine, sometimes it's Rashford, you know, sometimes it's a out and out striker,
yeah,
sometimes it's a false nine. So depending on what player does he have. I mean,
mm,
football is just depending on what player do you have, and then you come up with a formation for it. So
yeah,
in that sense that he will turn into a diamond. He put Wan Mata there in the middle. I can tell you Wan Mata plays very well through the middle. Do not put him on the right wing anymore, which means our right wing still very bad condition until a right wing or the lot.
mm,
I do not know whether the lot can solve a right wing problem. We definitely need a out and right uh, right wing. But you know, Ben Yedder, that's why this is my worry about Ben Yedder. If he comes in, what happens to a right wing? We need a right wing. I want Pepe, I want Lozano, or Bergwijn, or you know, a Leon Bailey. I want a specialist right wing to come in. You know, if Ben Yedder comes in, then we're not doing anything on the right wing. Of course, at the end of the day, it's about replacing Lukaku. I mean, if Rashford is the only striker along with Martial, I mean, who's the sub going to come in? Um, so I see Greenwood. I would push Greenwood up, but I would prefer a right wing better than Ben Yedder. But the news is, every news has been
mm,
agreed. I do not know whether I can trust that. So, which moves on very very solidly. Ben Yedder comes in. I don't think he's going to replace Rashford because Rashford will soon get a 300k per week deal. Now, initially it sounded very, very ridiculous. 300k for Rashford, but I'm also to believe that it's very, very heavily incentivized. Like,
performance related.
performance
Yeah,
related. Like
performance
Sanchez is
related. Yeah,
350, but he has a
yeah,
150 performance related deal, which to me, if Rashford is on 150, but another
yeah.
150 is
If he score,
on incentive, if he scores, if he's assisted, if he get a hat trick, I'm fine. I'm fine
yeah,
with it. Nothing for his basic wages, nothing more than 150 millions. If that's how Woodward wants to play, if that's how he wants to play the game, I'm fine with that. Because
yeah,
Rashford
it's
has
fine. Yeah,
done nothing,
yeah,
nothing to deserve anything actually above 150. Even if you say 100, it's kind of a lot for a young player who has not proven himself on this stage yet. Harry Kane is only on 200 million. So, but of course, if you want to compare, Anthony Martial is on 250. I do not know how much that is
deep.
incentivized.
Mm,
Yep. So I think
yeah,
it's fair if
mm.
it's 150 plus incentive. Do you think it's fair to him, and how would this affect his future? Are we losing you? Like, how would this affect his future? How would this
Okay,
150 plus 150, if it's 150 plus 150?
like you said, I do agree with you. If it's performance related, then it is a fair. it is a fair offer. But in order to get, I don't know whether they will uh, whether when they put it in into the add-ons, whether they really believe that he will get such stats throughout the season. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. But for me, if he's on 150k below 200k mark per week plus add-ons, it'll be fair. But like you said, it's too early for him to get such an offer. For me, I would say maybe after 2 or 3 seasons that he has proven that he can score or he can assist or he
More than
can
20,
do
more than
something. Yeah,
30.
yeah,
Mm.
correct. As a centre forward, then only will be incentivize him lah,
Let's put
like
it
you
this
said.
way: he's being paid on
Mm,
potentials. Truth be
yeah,
told, he has not played in the central striking role until 6 months ago. So for only half a year, he has been playing on the central striking role. He has been always on the wing, so
yeah,
he
yeah.
has been judged on his ability to play on the wing. So but it still comes too early because he has not proven anything yet. If you pay him 100
Mm,
plus 100 incentive, that is still better than 150 plus 150 incentive because he has not worth anything near it at the moment. So will this destroy our wage structure? We can only wait and see because everyone BIssaka is on 80. Daniel I think is on
yeah.
65. Yep. If they play their heart
Is it
out, right?
65 or 45?
No, no, 60 something. It's definitely 60 something. If they do
Mm,
play their heart out, then okay, these people will get their improved deal in 2 to 3 years time. 200,000. But again, he has done nothing. I mean, everyone was actually to me actually done more in the last season to prove that he should be on a higher wage than Marcus Rashford.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
Marcus Rashford.
yeah, it's just Marcus Rashford's lucky to start with Manchester United.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we shall see. We shall see what happens next season. But I have a feeling if depending on what the incentive is, how much is given for basic, I have a feeling that this might destroy our wage structure again. But De Gea is almost being offered 350k, which I think is he is our best player for the past 5 seasons. He deserves to be on the top bracket, not Sanchez. Sanchez, someone that we have to kick out of the door.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's that. I think anything else you want to add? Let's. I think we are almost ending already.
Yeah, no. That's it. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so if you want to join our discussion and join our discussion, please like, share, and subscribe our video. Help us to
Do
grow our
drop us
little
comment.
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, drop us comment, drop us anything about Rashford, yeah, Yedder, Longstaff, and also Bruno Fernandez. I'll see you very very soon. Ciao, bye.